Welcome, everyone. My name is Mark Wenig. I'm responsible for the manufacturing and distribution industry here at Eide Bailly. We're excited to have this dialogue today. Here we're very fortunate in that we get to work with manufacturers throughout the United States. And we're not really confined to any one region of the country. And so, working with thousands of these clients, on a daily basis, we have a lot of different experts, and it is great from time to time to pull those experts together to have a conversation such like we're having today. So what we hope is that we have a lively conversation today and that you leave with some insights that you can put to use in your operations or with your clients. Joining me today are three of those experts. We have Chad Martin, who is a partner with us in transfer pricing. We have John Alt, who is a partner with us in technology consulting. And we have Zach Trainer, who's a senior manager with us in manufacturing operations and advisory. And at Eide Bailly, on an annual basis, we conduct a client survey and we publish a mid-market outlook report. That report, you can find the 2025 version at eidebailly.com/manufacturing. There's some good insights in there. And what we're doing today is, now that we're almost a year from that survey being put into the field, we want to review those trends quickly and then get into what's actually happening now that we're almost a year later. And quite frankly, our 2026 survey is in the field now. So those trends at the time that we uncovered were there were continuing supply chain challenges, that clients were investing in optimizing existing technology and adopting new technology, that our manufacturing distribution clients were really looking and investing in AI readiness, and that they were working hard towards talent retention. We've since had an election, and there have been some changes in our tax law and changes in some of our policies which impact trade. And so the first question today is going to go to Chad Martin, which is to say, given the recent changes in tax law, tariff landscape, et cetera, what are manufacturers looking at?
Yeah, Mark, it's a great question. It's a big question. And I'll say there's probably as many answers as there are attendees on this call, right? One thing we've really learned is that while we all hear about tariffs and one big, beautiful bill act on the news, and we all hear kind of sweeping macro statements about here's how tariffs are affecting the economy, here's how the big, beautiful bill act is affecting businesses. Really what we're seeing is quite a broad array and range of impact of responses depending on business model, depending on industry bargaining power, right? So I'll preface my answer with there are a lot of different answers. I'm going to have to give, in the spirit of this webinar, a trend response to your question. So by far, this shouldn't be too surprising or controversial to anyone on this call. The two most important developments in terms of tax and finance developments in the past year, in the course of 2025, have been the introduction of tariffs and the One Big Beautiful Bill Act. I'm just going to call it OB3 so I don't have to keep saying that alliterative tongue twister there. So we've covered OB3 on separate webinars. We'll continue to cover that. So I'm going to focus my response mainly on tariffs and broader than tariffs, kind of supply chain disruptions, trade disruptions as well. So the first thing that I think we are all coming to grips with as either manufacturing practitioners or service providers serving the manufacturing industry is that tariffs will be a central piece of American geopolitical and trade policy for the foreseeable future.